Hi guys, Michael from Classic Tech, and today we're talking about the just released Samsung Z Flip. Now this week the Galaxy Unpacked 2020 took off by February 11. That was on Tuesday this week. Now it's great phones being announced. We have phones like the S series, the S20, the S20 Plus, and the S20 Ultra. And sideline with this phone, we have the Z Flip, the second of Samsung foldable phone after the Galaxy Fold. Now today is the anticipated date for the release. That's February 14, which we are now. Now we are around 6:40 a.m. in the morning. I'm in Nigeria now, so according to them, their own time over there, I don't really know what time it may be, but I suppose we have plenty buyers now queuing the line of Samsung to get this most anticipated foldable phone. There's no more plastic screen now, but glass screen. So in this my video, I'll be showing you what I know about the Galaxy Z Flip, and I'll be sharing it with you via this channel. So if you have not subscribed now to our channel, don't forget to subscribe now by hitting the red button below this video, highlighted in red, and don't forget to turn on the notification so you don't miss out of any of our recent uploads. Now today I'm talking about the Z Flip. As I've said earlier, Z Flip is Samsung's second foldable phone after the Galaxy Fold that it released last year, September around. I don't really know the date, but last year September it was supposed to be released alongside the S10, but it was delayed because of certain issues reviewed from reviewers. Guess what? Samsung now is releasing a normal screen phone. So it's a normal 6.7-inch phone, just like this, the Hot 8, something like this. So it's a normal 6.7-inch phone, but it's made to fold. So you have the fold crease at the middle here. The horizontal is striking the horizontal part here. This is striking here. This is the Hot 8. I'm just going to analyze how this Z Flip now looks like. Is it like a regular phone, but now Samsung has made it to be foldable. Like you can fold it upside down, like from up to down, right? Like the first phones. Now this phone now is made of glass, fully glass, unlike the first one and the Galaxy Fold rather. Galaxy Fold, which was made with a plastic screen. Now Samsung has named this kind of glass that folds the ultra thin glass. I don't know why, but I believe this is a very great improvement to foldable phones. Samsung has by all means now been a very great company to provide and to produce great phones that we all know. Talk about the last series and last flagships, the S series, the S10. So it's very wonderful. So they're coming up with the Galaxy Z Flip this year. It's superb. So here in this phone Z Flip, we have the 6.7-inch AMOLED HDR Plus display, as I've earlier said, which is made of the ultra thin glass according to Samsung this year. And on the outer box, this part, like presuming this phone was to close now, the outer cover here, we have a 1.1-inch phone, which you can also use to take pictures. You have to see there. You can use to take you can use to take pictures. You can use to check the dates, the time, notifications, and swipe through notifications. That's a very good upgrade for a foldable phone compared to the last year Galaxy Fold. Now for the price, and Samsung decided to shock the whole world. We expected something less than that, but Samsung came up with this kind of price during their Unpacked event by Tuesday. Now the price for the Z Flip, the Galaxy Z Flip, according to Samsung, is $1,380. That's way too big for me to afford. You can see I'm talking, I'm just reviewing. I don't have the phone with me. $1,380 is very big, but to some people and some reviewers, it's a very nice budget, because it's a foldable phone, a normal size phone where you can fold it and put in your pocket. A very nice thing. And it's coming with not only the foldable, it's coming with Samsung Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus, a very great processor. It's coming with 4G. There's no 5G model for this phone, as Samsung has deemed it fit to include the 4G alone for this phone. In the Unpacked event on Tuesday, February 11, Samsung released other phones like the S20, S20 Plus, as I've already said, and S20 Ultra, all of which are reserving a 5G model, although we can see 4G and the 4G model on the S20 and the S20 Plus, but the S20 Ultra is strictly 5G with a new processor from Samsung. Now, the Z Flip is Samsung's phone of no notch. It just has a center O camera center hole camera that we use as front camera. Now the front camera spec is a 10 megapixel camera. It's f2.4 and it takes 4K videos at 30 frames per second. A very nice one for the front camera of that small and foldable phone at this very age. Now, what a great improved for the rear cameras, we have two cameras now, the 12 megapixel and 12 megapixel, one of which is the primary and the other is the ultra wide camera. The first one has the f1.8 aperture, the second one have the f2.0 aperture, which in collaborations they produce very nice images. These cameras are capable of producing a very great resolution for photography, as the both camera can produce 4K at 60 and 30 frames per second depending on which you choose, and 1080p at 60 and 240 frames per second, which is a very great spec for a slow-mo video. And for the 720p we have the 960 frames per second. Wow, that's very glad. That's the first time I'm going to be getting that as a tech lover, and I really want you to really check out this phone if you have the money. It's $1,380 if you're still interested. Now for the colors of this phone, we have everything being mirror and stuff like that, because if you look at the phone during the Unpacked event on February 11, we can see that these phones are great shining phones and they are very prone to finger smudges, because you can still the phone are prone to fingerprints and stuff like that. Very shining phone, like the iPhone 7 Plus jet black version that can pick fingerprints very faster. Now these phones are coming with three different colors: the mirror purple, the mirror black, and the mirror gold, all coming with the premium feel that Samsung has put in this phone. Now for the battery this year, Samsung has put a 3300 mega amps battery into this phone, the Z Flip. Now there's a way they did it this time around. They made it a dual battery, so you'll be end of two batteries in the Z Flip, one on the end and the other end too, the first end. So making it since Z Flip now, to make it equal and even, they put one battery here and the other battery here. So each of the batteries together now is summing up to be 3300 mega amps according to Samsung, and should be a great battery, great improvement for the Galaxy Z Flip. Now this Samsung Z Flip is a phone of 8 gig RAM and 256 gig of storage. Now this 256 gig of storage, unlike other Samsung phones, is not expandable, so you just have 256 gig of storage. There's no variation, there's no expandability. It's an 8 gig of phone, a very nice RAM on a very small phone. The Z Flip is an aluminum phone with glass on both the front and the back of the phone. Now this is enabling wireless charging and reverse wireless charging, as you can charge earbuds. Now, this phone is coming out with the first upgraded version of the Android, and this is Android 10, coming with the Samsung One UI, and this is coming with a very great processor, the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus. Now, this phone has an improved hinge, unlike the Galaxy Fold of last year by Samsung. Now this hinge now is very great, although it has this visible crease if you are making use of it. So when you slide from the upside to the downside, when you slide vertically, but it's not really a big deal to Samsung fans, as it's a very great phone. We all know it as a foldable phone, so it's very nice and very good. And this very good hinge, according to Samsung, now can last up to 200k, that's 200,000 folds. Like when you're closing and opening, you have 200,000 times before it wears out. Now this Galaxy Z Flip came with a very new set of features, one of which we have the flex mode. In this kind of mode we have the app divided into two. Now for the down part, perhaps there's the Z Flip. Now we have when we bend the phone, as in we bend the phone, the upside is what you're seeing, then the downside is meant for control. So we have something like this when you're viewing through your when you're scrolling through your pictures and stuff like that. We have the picture showing here that you can physically navigate on the down screen. That's what Samsung calls flex mode, which splits apps into app. Then you can control down and view up. Now we all know Samsung phone to be this kind of bezel-less phones. You know, Samsung makes very great phones like the last year flagship, the S10 Plus and the X10 was a very great phone with less bezels. But now this year's Z Flip is coming with a little kind of bezel, not less, but it's a minimized bezel because we can't. It's a folding phone, so we can't close glass on glass. Instead, we are closing bezel on bezel to make it durable. Another feature of the Samsung this year on the Z Flip. During the Unpacked event on Tuesday is the multi-active windows. This is a very normal thing. Is where we multitask, we split apps into two, we can Facebook up and YouTube down and stuff like that. Now on this very great feature, it will be very great for multitasking like normal people and normal users of Android would do. Now you can physically and easily use an app in the up side and the down part vividly and to work very great on the 8 gig RAM of this great flagship. Another feature we have is the external notification. Now when you close the phone, I've said earlier, on the cover screen, which is a 1.1 inch screen display, we can easily swipe through like this. You can easily swipe through to get notifications and like this to get dates, to get different. You can even use to pick phone calls. You can use to capture photos and great stuff like that. This year's flagship, Samsung is partnering with Google now to produce this Google Dual Video, similar to that of iPhone FaceTime that we iPhone users already know over. Now this year's Samsung authentication, we have the fingerprint at the right hand side on the power button, just like the Samsung J5 and stuff like that in the J series. Now we have the face unlock thanks to the 10 megapixel front camera, which is very great, and we have the pin pattern and password just like normal Android we have. Now this is a very great phone. It's coming with a 167.3mm, that's for the height, by 73.6mm for the width, and for by 7.2mm for the depth when it's unfolded. So when you have something like this, we have 167.3mm here, we have the 73.6mm somewhere here, and we have the 7.2mm as the depth here. But when it's folded, we have the 87.4mm for the height, we have the 73.6mm for the width, the normal side, and we have the 17.3mm because it's doubled now for the weight. And for the weight, it's a very great phone. It's 183 grams like the normal Samsung Note 10. Now we have just 3 companies and 3 mobile phones and production units that has created this foldable phone. We have Samsung, we have Huawei, and we have Motorola. Motorola released theirs, the Motorola Razr, last year September period or late, if I'm right. I'll let us know in the video. They released their Motorola Razr, which is a foldable phone just like Samsung prototype. It's a very great phone, although it makes use of the plastic screen. Of these 3 phones, we have the Samsung Galaxy Fold of Samsung last year, we have the Huawei Mate X of Huawei last year. That one's a very great phone, but the screen closes up to be outside. We have the Motorola Razr, and now we have the 4th foldable phone in the Phone H3. We have the Galaxy Z Flip. Of these 4, I want you to drop in the comment box your own favorite, and I want you to let me know what you think of this phone. Now for me, the Galaxy Z Flip is a very great phone. It's a very advanced phone for the improvement of foldable phones in this century. I see it as a step higher and probably an improvement for the phone industry in relation to foldable phones. What do you think? Let me know in the comment. Now all these great specs and features of this great Z Flip, for me I think it's a very great phone, and it's an improvement to the foldable technology in this phone industry in this very age. For me, what I would say is the Z Flip is a correction and is an advance and improvement from the Galaxy Fold of last year Samsung. Samsung learned their flaws and their rules, so now they're coming up with the Galaxy Z Flip now that is very nice. The first to feature a glass screen which is foldable thanks to Samsung ultra thin glass, and who knows if we'll be expecting more than that from various companies and stuff like that. Who knows if Huawei can come up with a very new phone this year. Who knows if Motorola can come up with a second phone which is probably a very nice one, and who knows. I want you to just drop a comment in the comment box of what you think of this video, and thanks. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I want you to do so by clicking the red button, and don't forget to turn on notifications. See you on the next one. Peace out.